Greetings, comrades. My name is DimAurora, and welcome back to From the Depths. Now, since the last episode, if you are not blind, you'll be able to tell that I have done a little bit off camera, and by a little bit, I mean I've set up the rest of the ship just to make sure that everything still fits when it's done. So, we have the ADS Project 17 decently set up. I've done a few things that I'll explain. So up front we have an interestingly shaped bow that leads into the superstructure. We have a much sharper point to this than I usually have on most of my ships, but I did this because I thought it looked okay, and it kind of goes with the more sleek aesthetics, not sheer aesthetics. I don't know where I was going with that, of this ship. So this will be where one of our AA guns goes. Then this is allocated for the bridge. This little box here will be extended upwards and we'll have a nice little bridge for that. This is where the smoke funnel goes. I will recreate that one or modify that one for use up here. This smoke funnel is not a standard style of mine. I don't usually do 4 block, I do 5 block. So it looks a little bit strange, but I wanted more of a cylindrical effect, so I guess I'm going to just have to suck it up and deal with it. Then back here we have our rear turret mount, and this is where a lot of the main mast and whatnot will go. So we're going to first replicate this funnel here. So let's just quickly, I'm not painting. Being unpainted is a sin, as I said, immediately after turning off the painting. So, what I just did it really fast, didn't explain it, was too busy making jokes about my previous video. Start off with a triangle corner, doesn't matter what size, I start off with a 4 meter, because I think it looks pretty. Then, between them, put a down slope, then a triangle corner, beam, and invert an inverted triangle corner. Then a standard triangle corner and a downslope. Alright, so there's our start. We're going to switch to black, and this one I'm going to try to make one taller. So this is the way I usually do it when I do all of my funnels, is I'll do it like this, just copy that but with 2 meter, gives it more of an angled look, and then I always love topping it off with a nice set here. So this is just a 1 meter, 1 meter, and then a square triangle corner that takes up most of it. Gives it that kind of look. And I'm not sure I want that right now, but I'm not sure how I would do it anyway else. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, no. I'll just do it this way. Doesn't look the best, doesn't look the worst. It'll look better when there is a superstructure in front of it. So that's how I do my funnels. It's not very impressive. These ones actually have another unorthodox thing about them, because I wanted to make them more cylindrical, is I have these jutting out. Normally I would make it smooth until it hit the ground, or until it hit the deck, but in this case I wanted it to have a little jut out so that it looks like it's popping out of the deck. Now to the deck piece, let's actually set this one up first. So we're going to go to After Cataclysm Railings. If you don't have this, I'm sorry. I can't stand building without it. That is black. I know unpainted is a sin, but entirely wrong color is also a sin. Everything's a sin. What am I talking about? So there we go. Just mimic basically what I have below it. So this is going to be a 1 slope. be a 1 slope, and this is a 4 meter straight. Now we take this down here, switch it into 3 beam because there's not really that much going on. Actually, make the center one a 4 beam with a lightweight block because we want a hole for our stern A again. Let's quickly go up here. Switch that before I do this, please. We want railings. I don't know what I was doing. Sometimes I realize that when I look back at the footage, I'm always going slow when I'm switching between things. I'm sorry. I'm a slow person. I don't do things very fast. It takes me time to process things. And there we go. Gives us a nice corner. Let's go down here. Steal that. My clicks are getting infinitely more loud as I get more focused. And there we go. Now this one, we're going to finish off with some stairs. Just give it a nice little look. There we go, now you can get up to that level. This one, fuck it, you'll have to jump. I don't know. There. Let's get a little lightweight alloy block. And then, oh wait, they're stock now. Haha. So some ladders, just to make it look like, or you can actually do it. Not just, oh, it looks like you can get up there. No, you can actually get up there, Dim. Wow, it's amazing. It's fantastic. That's what a ladder does. It helps you elevate your life. So we're going to do the same thing there. And then, okay, this needs to change. I just put that there as a placeholder before, but now it needs to go. It needs to be bye-bye. So this one will, no, it's not, that's why I was confused, I'm sorry. This one needs to be there. And actually I just looked at this. You need to be one shorter because this is a corner. Also, I feel a cough coming. So I am going to take a sip of this wonderful peppermint tea I have here. The magical sip of goodness. Not a big fan of tea, but peppermint tea is amazing. It's a lifesaver. So this one is actually 9 long, so we're going to go back and change that all into 3 meter beams because I am a stickler for making things even. There we go. So there is our bridge deck level, and it's already looking much better than it did before. So, not sure what, okay, let's go back here and fix this up. So I know I just did this, oh no, Dim's going back and doing something again. I'm sorry, that's how these build. Oh no, that's a sin. Get out of here. Get out of here with your red bullshit. Who do you think you are, partner? There we go. So this is going to leave this open. I'm just going to switch this to standard beams. And then go into processing information here. We want a turret head because this is where our little guys are going to go. So, after kata, deck mounted weapons, this boy. There we go. So I'm actually going to go to the front now and change these ones. Sorry. Peppermint tea, save me. God, that stuff's a lifesaver. No, not that. There. We're going to get a weapon system, place that vertically. Give it a failsafe already, because why not? And this one's another thing you might have to worry about. This is a wireless receiver. You can put a standard one down, it doesn't matter. All you'll have to do for this step is put the block down first. Again, I'm doing weird stuff. You have to put the block down first. Just let me be intelligent here. And then you would shift click, replace the repeater, or the transceiver. That is called a transceiver. It's a receiver. What am I doing? Is life even existent right now? Or am I just that dumb? But there we go. And we'll fix that up in a second. Need to go back to the one back here. Bugs me greatly how when I switch to mouse aim mode, I don't know what else to call it, it's mouse aim mode, it suddenly gives me the volume of everything surrounding me, but when I'm in keyboard mode, it's like, no, you don't need to hear the world. The world doesn't exist. The world is a lie. It's like, okay. So, here's our first mimic deal. You guys won't have to deal with this, but it might actually help you out for turret heads in general. So we're going to, well, actually it can't. Never mind, I take back everything I just said. So I need a turret plug. Again, sorry for the misinformation. But I need to make it fit. So this is how mimics work. Pretty much trial and error it until it looks nice. So we've got the forward and backward all nice and set. Maybe one out, there we go. Now we want left and right scaling so that it comfortably fits right under the lip of this. Now a little tip for using mimics: when you are looking at it or when you are hovering over it in keyboard mode, you can do Control-C on it and then Control-V to paste it. That was B, just straight B, not even Control-B. I am intelligent. And there we go. So now it's on a little pedestal, and it looks nice, and it can actually fire over the gun. So do that to this gun up here. Again, I hit caps lock though. Jesus, I'm hitting all the buttons except the ones I want to right now, and it's bothering me. There we go. So there is our secondary setup. And these missiles here, these are the 1A4 that I showed off in the armaments video. They're not the best, but they're definitely not bad at all. So now that we've got the major systems done, I'm going to work on the bridge, and since I take forever when designing bridges, I'm just going to be right back when it's done. Alright everyone, here we are with the bridge completed. Now I did make a video of some of this, but it got corrupted as hell. I have no idea how that happened, but I'm honestly very annoyed right now, so I just want to get this done. So, this bridge was made in 2 pieces. The pieces have been changed about 5 times each. So this piece right here is the deck piece. I'm not sure what I'll be putting in here yet. I'll probably put a radio room, make it look all nice, etc. But the big component here is, of course, the bridge layer. So the bridge layer got moved down once. It used to be up higher. I thought that looked stupid because it already is pretty high up, and it's kind of a unique design since my original design would have required much more space. Jesus Christ, I'm having issues with recording right now. Anyways, I didn't have the space for doing such a thing, So I decided to kind of go off on my own, make a nice little sort of stand-in bridge, I guess. So it's got more of a high structure than normal. It's got a thinner uh, width to it because I wanted it to appear more like this is a small ship, it's an escort ship. It doesn't have the big bridge of, say, a destroyer. So this also has my gun director on it. It's got sensors all over the place. And I had fun making this right here, this mast piece. So this is a little, I guess, it's supposed to mock a radome, or not a radome, just a radar sensor for aircraft targeting. It's got an actual radar on it, which is constantly spinning, so it gets full view in every direction, as you can see. Now, down here, again, this bridge is fairly small. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. I've got the fire control computer up here. I might move it down here as well as a radio room, just to give this room here a little bit of depth, I suppose. And now that I've recorded this like 3 times, I don't know what I've genuinely said. So I'm going to be right back once I figure out what the hell to say. So now that I'm caught up with my own recording, you wouldn't think it would be this goddamn hard just to figure out, oh, what did I record? No, it is. But we have these little lifeboats. They fit in perfectly here. That was not really intentional, just I wanted to put a lifeboat there, do something with that space. So we have a little lifeboat. Not the best design I've ever had, but it fits. It works. I'm okay with it. And one big thing I want to go over before I call this is the mimicry going on here. Now there are 2 blocks here, 2 mimic blocks, 2 blocks on each of these corners for the corner pieces, and then these windows are mimics. So the big one are these windows. I know the wireless camera is glitching out right now. I'll fix that later. These are just a standard window block, pushed forward 4.7. That makes it flush with the, let's stare right into the sun while doing this. Makes it flush with the wall, and it makes it feel a little bit more roomy inside. I don't like it when it's right in the center. That bugs me fantastically. So I decided, hey, just mimic it on one of my older builds. So since then I've been doing it like this. Now these are quarter scale or 0.4 scale blocks, so they give the impression of having something over your bridge, but at the same time they don't make it too tall because I wanted to make this stepped so that you would have an additional layer slightly higher than the bridge area itself for the detection systems. Now also you can see all these little antennas strewn about. I think they look nice. I like adding antenna, they give it more of a personality. So it's not just, oh, this ship is bland. No, this ship has communication that it has to do. It has to communicate with the rest of the fleet. It also has a little wireless camera. As I said earlier, might do a radio room where I put a camera, or what is it called? A control terminal in it, just so that, hey, you have forward view. Yay. Don't know why. But I'm gonna quickly figure out what I'm doing here and here, and we'll be right back again. And welcome back. Now, I'm sorry for those of you who want to see my work in like a time lapse. As I said earlier, I really would want to do that. I think it's nice, but I don't have any filler music to do with it. I don't want it to be bland, just, oh, look at this. things are appearing. There's nothing to hear at all. Because when I speed things up, I don't want it to just be blech. But anyways, here we are. And I realized earlier I forgot to explain some things. To build these little boats, it's just downslope, and then triangle corner, and then I have, on this one I had to do mimics because to put these blocks together, I had to slap a mimic here, slap a mimic there, and then put it over. But for these guys, these normal ones, it's just an alloy plate on the bottom. It gives it some depth. I don't know why it's so dark from above, but normally you won't be looking from above, and it doesn't really matter too much. They're just dinky little lifeboats. Anyways, I moved these out one, so now they're kind of out on their own. I have a little raised portion here to support the second mast, which is mostly decorative at this point. It's all for, oh hey look, it has a mast, it looks nice, yay. But it has a little radar gimbal on it, just for a little bit of accuracy support. Now this right here is just a decorative long-range scan radar. It doesn't do anything. I could replace it with a thing that does the word that goes far. Yes, the far search actual radar dishes that are in the game. Now on both funnels, I actually made the front angle shorter, so now they have a bit better appearance. I like how they look better. I thought it would blend better with this, and then I'm like, oh hey, why don't I do that up front? So I did that up front. And just a quick little ladder to get up there. This is made with spin blocks. I spin block this one, and then hidden in here is another one. You can see its green line poking out. So that's how I did this one as well. There's its green line poking out. So a lot of mimicry, a lot of, oh hey look, I can squish things into a small area using spin blocks, and then they don't have the standard issue of trying to mimic something up there and make it solid. Back here I raised this up a little bit just to give it another layer of, I guess, height. I forgot to put ladders on, so we'll just do that real fast. There we go. And now this gun, or all these guns, have my fake director on them. I like it. It looks a lot like Russian radar of the time. So this is pretty much how the ADS Project 17 is going to look. I know it's a little strange. I'm sorry. But everything I do is strange. So I'm going to probably in the next episode finish up the stern. I always leave the stern open. I don't know why. I never really complete it during building. I'm going to finish up decorating off camera because that doesn't take too much, or it's not like you can learn too much from that. It's just, oh, I put this here. But it depends on what ship you're making, so it doesn't really help. But anyways, guys, that is, in fact, all the time I have for this episode. This has taken 2 days of recording. I started this yesterday, due to coughing fits and whatnot, and the savior that is peppermint tea. It's taken a while, so I think this is as good a time as any to cut it. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions about it, I know I was very scatterbrained in this episode. The file getting corrupted like 3 damn times did not help me. But anyways, as for now, DimAurora, signing off.